If you really love someone, watch this Gautam Buddha motivational story. Once upon a time, in a small village in ancient India, there lived a young man named Rahul. He was known for his good heart and his dedication to his family and community. However, Rahul had a secret love, a girl named Meera who lived in a neighboring village. Meera was the most beautiful girl he had ever seen, with eyes that sparkled like the stars and a smile that lit up the world around her. Rahul had loved Meera for as long as he could remember, but they were separated by distance, and he was afraid that time and distance would make him forget his love for her. One day, Rahul decided to seek the advice of the wise sage, who lived in the nearby mountains. He had heard that the sage had the answers to all of life's questions, and he hoped that the sage would be able to help him with his love for Meera. So Rahul set out on a journey to find the sage. After many days of traveling, Rahul finally arrived at the sage's cave. The sage welcomed him and asked him what he was seeking. Rahul told the sage about his love for Meera and his fear that time and distance would make him forget her. The sage listened patiently and then said, "My son, if you really love someone, time and distance will not make you forget them. Love is a powerful force that can transcend all obstacles." Rahul was confused. He asked the sage how this could be possible. The sage smiled and said, "Let me tell you a story. Once upon a time, there was a king who had a son. The king loved his son more than anything in the world, but he was worried about what would happen to his son when he died. So, he decided to find a way to make sure that his son would always remember him. No matter what happened, the king called upon the greatest sculptor in the land and asked him to create a statue of the king. The sculptor worked tirelessly, and after many months, he created a beautiful statue of the king. The king was pleased with the statue, and he asked the sculptor to make an identical statue of his son. The sculptor worked even harder on the second statue, but he found it difficult to capture the essence of the young prince. He could not capture the love and admiration that the prince had for his father. Finally, after many attempts, the sculptor had an idea. He placed a small mirror in the chest of the statue, so that when the prince looked at it, he would see his own reflection. The king was pleased with the sculptor's solution, and he had the statue placed in the prince's room. Years passed, and the king died. The prince was heartbroken, but he continued to look at the statue every day, and he saw his own reflection in the mirror. He realized that the love that he had for his father was not in the statue, but in his own heart, and he knew that his father's love for him was also in his own heart. So you see, my son, love is not something that can be captured in a statue or a painting. Love is something that lives within us, and it can never be forgotten. If you truly love Meera, then your love for her will live on, no matter how much time and distance may separate you. Rahul was amazed by the sage's words. He realized that his love for Meera was not something that could be measured by time or distance. It was something that lived within him, and it would never fade away. Rahul returned to his village, feeling more confident than ever in his love for Meera. He wrote her a letter, expressing his love and devotion to her, and Meera was overjoyed to receive the letter from Rahul. She had secretly loved him for years, but had been too shy to tell him. She wrote back to him, expressing her own love and admiration for him, and they began a correspondence that lasted for many months. Even though they were separated by distance, their love for each other continued to grow stronger every day. They wrote to each other about their hopes and dreams, and about the small things in their daily lives that brought them joy. Eventually, Rahul realized that he could no longer live without Meera. He decided to travel to her village and ask her to marry him. He set out on the journey, filled with hope and anticipation. The journey was long and arduous, and there were many obstacles along the way, but Rahul's love for Meera gave him the strength to persevere. He arrived in her village, exhausted but exhilarated. Meera was overjoyed to see him, and they embraced each other tightly. Rahul asked her to marry him, and she said yes. They were married in a simple ceremony, surrounded by their families and friends. They lived happily together for many years, and their love for each other continued to grow stronger with each passing day. They had children and grandchildren, and they watched them grow up with pride and joy. Rahul and Meera knew that their love for each other had transcended all obstacles, and they were grateful for the wise words of the sage who had helped them to understand the true nature of love. In the end, Rahul and Meera passed away, but their love continued to live on in the hearts of their children and grandchildren, and their story became a legend in the village, inspiring other young lovers to believe in the power of love. The moral of the story is that if you truly love someone, time and distance will not make you forget them. Love is a powerful force that can transcend all obstacles. It lives within us, and it can never be forgotten. If you believe in the power of love, then you can overcome any obstacle and find true happiness in life. If you truly love someone, time and distance will not make you forget them. Love is a powerful force that can transcend all obstacles. True love gives us strength to overcome any obstacle. Love is the light that guides us through the darkness of life. The power of love is stronger than the power of fear. Love is not just a feeling. It's a choice that we make every day. True love is not just about being together. It's about staying together. When you love someone, their happiness becomes your own. The greatest gift we can give to someone is our love. Love is not about possession, it's about appreciation. Love is not just a noun, it's a verb. True love is not about perfection, it's about acceptance. Love is a journey, not a destination. Love is the bridge that connects us to others. Love is the foundation of a happy life. Love is the key that opens the door to our hearts. True love is about seeing the beauty in someone's soul. When we love someone, we become the best version of ourselves. True love is about supporting each other through thick and thin. Love is not about changing someone, it's about accepting them as they are. True love is about respecting each other's individuality. Love is the music that makes life worth living. True love is about being vulnerable and trusting each other. When we love someone, we see their flaws as part of their uniqueness. True love is about forgiving each other's mistakes. Love is not about possession, it's about liberation. True love is about giving, not taking. When we love someone, we find joy in their happiness. True love is about being selfless, not selfish. Love is the glue that holds our relationships together.